Hello everyone, welcome to Minimal Mindful Mama. Today I'm going to be sharing how we DIY'd a new fence. So as you can see, our previous fence fell down in a storm and it was also just very old and the wood was not in good condition. And so we decided to tear it all down and to do it ourselves. It ended up being a bigger project than we anticipated, but that's what usually happens. So I'm excited to share with you today the whole process of what worked and what didn't. The first step was to take down the old fence, and so we chopped it to about a foot above the ground, thinking that we would get out the remainder of the posts later. I attempted to just pull them out, but they were much too stuck. But my husband thought that he would be able to use his car jack to do it. So he screwed a bolt through the 4x4 and then he used the car jack to try to raise up the posts. This ended up not working as well as we hoped though. It ended up mostly just bending the bolt, even though we used the sledgehammer to try to loosen the posts in the ground each way multiple times. We quickly realized we were going to need a different method to raise the remainder of the posts out of the ground. That one little bolt is just not strong enough.
A bigger bolt. I can do a big hole, it's just I don't have a big enough bolt.
Yeah.
Might have to go buy one because I don't see how we're getting this out. Otherwise.
It's been budging. We bought our fence pieces from Lowe's. My husband borrowed a trailer from his friend to transport them to our house, and then we carried them all over to the section of fence that we were replacing. They were much heavier than I anticipated, but we were able to get all of those over to the area we were working on so they would be ready for us to build the new fence. My husband's friend also had this tool called a fence post puller, which we were able to borrow, and it uses chains and leverage to lift the posts out of the ground.
Another one.
This worked much better, but because a lot of the wood wasn't in great condition on the posts, it ended up actually just breaking some of them off. And so there were small pieces left in the ground that we realized we would have to dig out at the end. You might better dig out the last piece. Digging them out, however, was again much harder than we anticipated. So we decided to just offset the holes for the new fence from where the old ones had been. We had to buy new posts, but we were able to use the same amount of fence pieces by simply cutting one of them in half, and so that staggered where the posts needed to be from where the old fence posts had been. Once we decided to do this, we went ahead and rented the auger from Home Depot and began to dig our new holes. We wanted them to be 3 feet deep into the ground, and then we added our gravel, and then we filled it with cement.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna walk into your eyes and tell you that I want you. I know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. Everything I needed. Never thought I'd meet someone like you. Now you are the reason why I feel like I can fly. Thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when you touch. Every time I'm down, you make me smile. You're the
We also used a post hole digger that we borrowed to help us get some of the dirt out of the hole that the auger dug.
You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head. You're everything that I desire. Every time we touch, we get set to what on fire, what on fire. I wanna hold your head. You're everything that I desire, I desire. Oh, every time we touch, we get set to what on fire, what on fire.
So here are the posts all filled up with the cement. We used the scrap wood to kind of hold them in place while it dries. And we let that dry for over 24 hours before we attached the fence pieces.
I just wanna look into your eyes. You know you make me feel like I'm alive. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, I know you've been down thinking about him again. I know that your heart's been broken. You should try and let it go and start being yourself. You can put on your dress, we can play your favorite song, and I will take care of you, care of you, care of you. This is what we need, this is what we have to do. Tell me, can you feel it too, feel it too? Baby, you should go work that body. You should go work that body. The body won't stop till we're great and old. Maybe for a second we can lose control. You should go work that body. Breakups leave the scars, you don't need to be ashamed. Everyone's got their hearts broken sometime. Let's go out and lose our minds, forget all about him.
Originally, we were going to cut the tops off of these posts, but then we thought it would be cool to put brackets up and maybe hang some string lights or some potted plants in hanging baskets. So we decided to leave those, and we are so happy with our completed fence.